Crop circles are designs placed in various kinds of crops by pressure, by some kind of force that knocks the plants down and flattens them completely. Not only does it flatten them, it interweaves them. The heart of the stem of the plant is generally microwaved, burned out in a nanosecond. Little burned expulsions through the nodes of the plants are visible to the naked eye. And the ground in a crop formation is thick with microscopic iron balls. Iron melts at, what, 1,700 degrees, something like that. So in a fraction of a second, some extraordinary heat force occurs in a highly controlled, precise form. They're formed in 20 seconds. The phenomenon has been known to kill certain animals. I was in one and thought it would be very interesting to be in place when one of these things happens. And Freddie Silva said, no, you don't want that. There was a crop circle found in Canada a few years ago with a porcupine in it, squashed absolutely cartoon flat. And the quills had been rearranged with the lie of the plants, of the crop. Anything that can do that, I think, is something you'd like not to be near. Many people think the crop circle phenomenon is connected with the UFO. I was fortunate enough to be on a crop circle research film, documentary film in England a couple of summers ago. And while we were there, we interviewed some people who told us that one of the reasons they felt that crop circles were formed by an intelligence that is outside our own was because it seemed to respond to them. A group of 5 or 6 serious researchers would get around in someone's living room in the evening and make some observation like, well, we haven't seen one in the East Field lately. Bang, the next day there'd be a spectacular one in East Field. They'd make an observation like, we haven't seen one with right angles in it for a while. Within a day or two, there'd be one there with right angles in it. And one night, 3 or 4 of these people got together and decided they felt that something was coming. Something was going to happen in one of the fields. So they got their overcoats on, went out with some hot tea one night just to wait, see what would happen. And about the time they were getting cold and tired of this, they suddenly realized that the stars just above them had blacked out. And they looked up, and there was this enormous object descending around them. And it settled down all around them, and they found that they were inside some kind of craft, which they could actually see through. And the operators were at their workstations in this thing. They all exchanged eye contact, a kind of mental acknowledgement that this was happening, and then it lifted off, flew away. Pretty interesting stuff to hear this reported by educated, articulate adults who all went through the experience. To me, it seemed like a deliberate demonstration that the visitors can exist on the cusp of 2 dimensions at once. And one of the compelling things about the crop circle phenomenon is that no one really sees the cause, but they're clearly intelligently generated. So it appears to be a deliberate communication.